Hello and welcome to episode 11 of this week's podcast. Here's your host. So I'm Amber, we've got Melina and Azaria. And in this week's episode, we're going to look at Easter. So I just wanted to start with the question of what does Easter mean? So I'm going to go with Melina because obviously she has some Greek influence on that.
Yeah, so for me, Easter is quite a different thing to the Western idea of Easter, with like the chocolate eggs and all that kind of thing and the bunnies. Unfortunately, we don't really have that. Greek Easter for me has always been, it's an Orthodox holiday, and it is on a different day. It's usually a few weeks to a month after the Western Easter, and that's mainly because of a difference in calendars. So basically the Orthodox churches still use the Julian calendar to base their religious festivals on, whereas Western Christianity has moved on to the Gregorian calendar, which sort of is a lot more accurate. But that usually means that the holidays aren't overlapping. They usually happen on different days. So Orthodox Easter, it has to happen after the Jewish Passover, because for the Orthodox Church, they find it important that in the Easter story, Jesus celebrated Passover before his death. So for the Orthodox Church, it's important to have Passover come before the Orthodox Easter.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Obviously with the Christian one that we celebrate in the UK, it starts off with Lent. So it's 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks before Easter, and it's a 40-day fast, and it's so that Christians can kind of do the same as Jesus when he was fasting in the wilderness before he began his public ministry. That's kind of the idea. So you give up something for Lent. So for example, for Easter, so you'd give up chocolate. And then on Easter Sunday, it's classed as Resurrection Day. So obviously Jesus rose from the dead kind of aspect. And then we kind of give, I don't really know where the eggs came from, but we just kind of give them out. I don't know whether anybody has any ideas on where the eggs came from, because I think it's such a weird thing. I kind of like link it towards like chickens lay an egg and it's kind of like a new birth kind of thing, but I could be totally wrong there.
I do have a bit of an idea, but I'm not completely sure. Azaria, do you know?
I'm not 100% sure, actually, because it's like you wouldn't associate rabbits and bunnies and cute things and, Easter egg hunts with the resurrection of Jesus Christ, would you? I don't know why I said it like that. I feel like I had to signify the importance of that.
That's like the epic cinema voice.
Hire me, Melina.
Coming to a screen near you, the resurrection.
Coming 2021. Lockdown. Part 53.
That's what it feels like. But yeah, so from what I think, so from the limited historical knowledge that I have of like the 18th century or so, I'm pretty sure it was because of Russian aristocracy or just European aristocracy in general, and over like the sort of Georgian to Victorian period, they became like really interested in these like things like Fabergé eggs that became a symbol of wealth, and so like animals like chickens and lambs and rabbits, they became sort of an Easter symbol because of their relationship to spring and sort of the beginning of spring and all that kind of thing. And I think the name of Easter comes from the pagan word Ostara or something. So it basically means spring. So it's already linked quite a lot with that. So then when the sort of Fabergé eggs and that kind of thing came in with where they painted it with like gold and all that sort of stuff to make it look very lavish. From what I think, although I'm not completely sure, I think that they, as time went on, obviously, it just became more and more popularised, and obviously not everyone could have a golden egg or a, ruby encrusted egg. So it became sort of more affordable things, and then over time, as sort of sweets became more of a popular thing, it became the chocolate eggs, I think, but again, I'm not completely sure.
Kind of glad it's chocolate now instead of golden eggs, otherwise we'd be a bit poor for golden eggs.
I mean, I'd take a golden egg if I was given one.
Just take them. We can find the golden goose. So I was thinking, like, what does Easter kind of mean to you? So whether you celebrate it, whether you don't celebrate it, that kind of aspect. So Azaria, do you celebrate Easter in any way?
Kind of do. Like I used to back when I was little. We used to do like Easter egg hunts. Like I don't know about you guys, but we used to do Easter egg hunting quite a lot, and my parents would buy me Easter eggs, and it would just be a day of eating Easter eggs. But now, as I can't say mature, that's a complete lie. As I've gone older, Easter's become more like, oh, I'm just not working that day. Yay, I can sleep. So to answer that question, I guess shortly, yeah, I do celebrate it. Like we'll buy each other Easter eggs and such, but it's become less about fun and more of a we can take a well-needed rest for once.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense, especially when you get into the adult life and you start working constantly. Melina, do you celebrate Easter at all?
So, like I said before, Orthodox Easter is different to sort of the Western Easter, and being Greek, I sort of lean more towards Orthodox Easter, but again, I'm not religious at all, so we don't really do any of the traditional stuff. We don't go to like church, things like that. Yeah, we used to have Easter egg hunts as well, and Amber actually came to one of my childhood Easter egg hunts back in the day.
Whoop, whoop.
And I think, yeah, my family really loved the idea of just like sort of community things, so they really got involved in like hiding eggs and things like that, and then inviting families over so then we could all sort of like enjoy the limited sun that we get in the UK. But nowadays, like, we don't really do the whole chocolate egg thing, because I mean we don't, I don't know, I feel like it's a guilt thing, but when we buy chocolate we rarely actually eat it because none of us actually want to be the one to open it, so we just kind of like discount like Western Easter. I mean, sometimes we'll make desserts and stuff and kind of use it as a cheat week sort of thing, but other than that we mainly just do Orthodox Easter, and again it's not something religious for us, it's just time for like a family meal basically.
Oh, okay, that kind of, yeah, that makes sense, especially with the Easter egg hunts that you've both said as well, that you kind of do when you're younger, or you can do it when you're an adult like me and just put eggs everywhere and be weird. Myself, I'm not religious, but I believe my mum is Catholic. She doesn't obviously practice, but she kind of is Catholic. So she's the one that kind of got me into doing Lent, and then obviously the whole Easter egg kind of Easter egg hunts and things like that. So obviously I'm doing Lent at the moment, and I've given up chocolate. So I can't wait for Easter to come round the corner, because it's been very difficult not having chocolate in lockdown, but we're hanging in there. So I kind of feel like we've kind of covered like what we do at Easter, kind of having meals and things like that, and kind of how it like impacts our kind of lives. I do find that obviously, as Azaria said, as you're an adult in the working life, it is a day off. And I'm guessing you guys have got maybe Good Friday off and Easter Sunday off. Have you guys got that off?
I have Easter off. I think I'm still in on Good Friday. No, I actually have it off. Yeah, I find that weird that my company actually like does those holidays. I mean, we did Christmas, but I didn't think we'd do like the rest of them. And I'm not I'm not sure how I feel about it, considering, you know, we don't necessarily have like all religious holidays off. It's just like the Christian ones. But I understand, obviously, it's like because of the country that we're in, you celebrate like the Church of England holidays rather than like all religious holidays. And it's what are they called? Bank holidays as well. So that's, yeah, they usually do it through that. But I'm actually interested. So you said that you're having a Easter egg hunt this year.
Yes.
You're organising one for your roommates. Have you got any like hiding places that you specifically like really wanting to go for?
Yeah, I've been having a look around my flat, you know. I was like, should I put one in the hamster cage? And I was like, nah, my hamster will eat that straight away. I can't do it. I do what my mum does, and she gets small eggs and puts them, you know, right at the top of a door on the frame. Frame. My mum always used to put them up there. Then she used to put them on even like the hinges that stick out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking those kind of areas, maybe behind the microwave, maybe even one in the microwave as long as it's turned off. One could go in the oven, but then again, make sure it's turned off.
Do you think you'll count how many you've hidden, so then like just to make sure that they've got them all?
Oh, 100%. I'm kind of sad that I can't go in and do it myself and get all the eggs for myself. I wish I was kind of my mum's house to do that, but I need to bring something to make us feel a little bit like involved, because obviously with everybody working all the time and stuff, it's just like we never see each other anymore. It's like I live with people, but I don't ever see them.
Oh, I feel that, but it should help you make it. It should help, obviously, with lockdown, make you feel a bit more sort of involved, like you're doing something as well.
Yeah, that's true. And then having obviously the meal on your Easter Sunday, so having like a roast, or, well, I don't think I'll be having roast lamb like people do. I think I'll have beef or chicken, because I don't eat lamb.
That's just sad. I love lamb. Actually, moving on to what you actually asked, what we do on Easter. Well, because I don't really do anything on Western Easter, for Orthodox Easter, we have like a big sort of Greek meal, basically. So I'll probably put pictures on, actually, because my God, it is incredible, and it's making me sad because unfortunately my dad is he will be in Greece for Greek Easter this year, so he won't be cooking the meal, which means that I'm gonna have to attempt to make a full Greek meal, which I've never done before.
Well, we're all going to Mel's for dinner.
Yeah, so it's just like we do like lamb and lemon with some like lemon potatoes and obviously like tzatziki. It's just kind of, usually it's a big pick and mix as well. Oh, so many potatoes. Oh, I'm looking back at the pictures now and they look amazing. Ooh, and last year we did like courgette chips, which I really like.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Oh, so good.
Azaria, do you do anything different at Easter? Or I know obviously you said that you don't really celebrate that often, but do you kind of like have a meal at all on Easter Sunday?
I guess like this is kind of special to us, but it's a day where we all kind of sit together, because weirdly enough, normal family life, we don't really eat around a table together. We don't really eat dinner together. We're hardly in the same place together, so just taking the time to that was my cat.
I didn't know you had a cat.
You didn't know what?
I know you had the dogs, but I didn't know you had a cat. Aww.
Yeah, she's laying next to me, and she decided to choose now to start cleaning herself. Sammy, you have a bell. Please stop, just for 5 minutes, please. They can't hear you purring, but they can probably hear the bell.
Oh, I wish I could hear her purring.
If I can ring you on Messenger later when the sound's a bit more sensitive. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so we kind of just take the time to sit around together, spend actual quality time as a family together. I guess we cook a meal. We might cook a meal together. And yeah, Easter time means quality time because everyone's off at the same time, hopefully. So yeah, nothing too special, but special to me.
Oh, that's good then. At least it's special to you guys as well. So I just thought like I'd end this kind of on what your favourite Easter egg is to receive, because there's that many out there now. It's just like, what kind of Easter egg do you want? That kind of thing. So, Melina, what kind of Easter egg would you like to receive? What's your favourite to receive?
Okay, so like I said, we don't really have Easter eggs, but I feel like recently there's been this trend of filled Easter eggs where, you know, so they'll put like cake or they'll just fill it with like chocolate sauce or something, and I am an absolute fatty. So that to me, if I got one of those, I would be so happy, because I think as a child I was always upset that like Easter eggs were hollow. But also, so once again, another sort of different Greek tradition, and I don't actually understand why this happens, but on Greek Easter you have these red eggs, and so they're basically like hard-boiled eggs, and you basically dye them red, and then so I don't understand why, and we only did this when I was young. I can't remember the last time we actually did this. You basically like get the eggs and you like tap. It's basically like conkers, you know, where you like basically tap one against the other, and who's ever breaks, it's like bad. But I don't know what it means or why we do it. I just know that it's a thing. And when I was younger, like we used to have people over, and like my parents would be like, okay, you've got to go over to like your auntie and you've got to crack her egg now, and I'd be like, oh, I don't want to though, I'm shy. But yeah, that was a weird little like another extra thing, but again, I don't know why. Also, I think I went to Greece once during Easter, and they have like basically a massive carnival, and it's crazy. It's like a whole fiesta basically, which is kind of not what you'd expect on like a Christian holiday.
I find that really weird about the eggs. I just like the bit where you go, I'm going to go crack my auntie's egg now. It's like an egg. So Azaria, what kind of egg do you think is your favourite?
Are we talking like chalky eggs or?
Yeah, chalky eggs.
Chalky eggs. Okay. See, I'm not terribly fussy, you know. So even if you get me just like a normal dairy milk chocolate one, I'd take that. Like, I don't want anything too fancy. The places do like rose and rhubarb Easter egg. Like, no, I'm happy with my simple chalky. Nom nom nom. Thank you very much. We talked about like chocolate in the food episode. Unfortunately, guys, as far as I know, they don't do Bounty Easter eggs, but I'd take them off the shelf just to annoy Mel.
No.
I want to see if they actually make one.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Tesco's. Run to Tesco's.
It'll probably just be like a chocolate egg and then like some disgusting Bounties in the
bottom. Chocolate egg, and then it gives you 3 large Bounty size.
Delicious, bruh.
Disgusting.
You know what? I'm gonna melt like loads of Bounties down and just make my own Easter.
That's even worse.
Apparently in 2019 they did make a Bounty Easter egg that had coconut bits inside the shell, but they don't make it.
I'd have that.
It's because it's horrific.
Because no one bought it probably.
Yeah.
What else? Kit Kat Chunky. Like, then again, I'm just going through my favourite chocolates again, but it's basically my favourite chocolate, but in the form of an Easter egg. Like, to this day, I still have a mug that I got when Easter gifts inside them. And I have one from like years ago. It just says dairy milk on it. Like, ooh, dairy milk.
You know what I'm surprised isn't like a massive thing at Easter? Kinder eggs.
Oh yeah.
True.
Like, as a company, why have they not, like, really gotten on this?
Yeah,
That's a good point. They're probably like, yeah, we didn't find anyway. People buy us all year round.
True, but that's just because of the Buenos.
Oh, I love Buenos.
And hot take, I don't really like those.
Oh my gosh.
I don't hate them, but they're just really sickly for me.
Oof. I don't like white chocolate Buenos, personally.
Oh, I hate white chocolate.
Oh, that's a controversial one.
White chocolate? No. Do you know what's controversial? Hot take, whatever you want to call it. Here's my problematic opinion.
Okay.
White chocolate is not chocolate.
I mean, considering the
It's just
cocoa
not.
content, it's kind of not.
It's not. It's milk.
It's
It's just a bar of milk.
just solid milk.
Yeah.
I don't like white chocolate either.
No, it's baby's chocolate. It's what you give them for teething. It's actually making me angry.
My sister loves
I
white
have a
chocolate.
friend. No, can't deal with it. And the fact that they've made like a what's it called, a white chocolate Terry's chocolate orange, that
have they?
hurts me. Why? Why would you do that? Like, orange as a flavour goes with milk chocolate and it goes with dark chocolate, but orange does not go with white chocolate.
Oh, she's mad.
You're forcing it.
She's actually angry.
As a company, what are you doing? You're forcing it. Don't cater to these weak people.
Why is it so funny?
They can't deal with proper chocolate.
Oh my gosh. Are you like a dark chocolate muncher?
I prefer milk chocolate, but I do like my dark chocolate.
I can't eat dark chocolate.
Oh,
It's too bitter.
I like dark milk. That's my favourite chocolate. And they're bringing out an Easter egg to go with that, so that's going to be my favourite.
Ah. What about mini eggs? What do you think about mini eggs?
I love mini eggs.
I love putting them in tea.
What?
What?
Putting them in tea and melting the sugar coat thing off it. Like put an egg in your mouth, put hot tea in it, and it just melts the sugar off.
No. We heard you. We just want to unhear it.
I really like doing that. And then the chocolate's melted in the middle and it cracks.
See, if you'd said hot chocolate, I would have 100% been like, yeah, that makes sense. But tea, no.
It's making me really hungry for that now, and I can't have that till next week.
Don't worry, I'm here wanting like a Kinder Bueno and a Bounty.
You both have issues. And
Do you know what's my hot take for the day?
Oh God,
and it's not
what?
related to Easter. Right, seeing as we're talking about
Oh God.
white chocolate not being chocolate and how it's just solid milk, right? Yogurt is basically just chunky milk, bro.
Kind of true though, yeah.
It's just chunky milk.
Yeah. Oh, also I've this is another thing that is completely off topic, but it just made me think of it because yogurt's basically like bacteria infested milk, which I hope nobody's eating a yogurt whilst they're watching this.
Chunky bacteria milk.
But yeah, so because I don't know why I immediately thought of this, but I started drinking kombucha, and I've never sounded like more of a white girl than saying that. But basically I did because it's only 9 calories, and so I was like, oh, it's a good, alternative to fizzy drinks and stuff like that. And it's meant to be good for your health, but it's basically like fermented tea. No, right. So it starts off, you smell it, and it smells like vinegar.
Mm.
And then you taste it, and it tastes a bit like vinegar. And then, like, as it goes, it starts to become sweet. And I can't deal with that. Because it's kind of nice, but it also tastes like fermented old tea and vinegar.
No. I don't know. That just does not sound good to me. Although I've seen it in Tesco's and I thought it was alcohol, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I thought it was as well. I thought there was an alcohol content, but apparently not.
That's weird, that. And with that, I think we should end the podcast on the kombucha.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you've got anything, just drop us a comment down below, and you have our social medias. So Melina, do you want to go away with that?
I'll try it. So Instagram is @Flaneur Talks Podcast. Twitter is @Flaneur Talks. The website is in the description of both of those social media platforms, and the YouTube is Flaneur Talks.
Yeah, I think we got it right.
I think so.
I think first time lucky.
You know what? Just say it with confidence and they'll think it's real.
Oh, okay. Yogurt is chunky milk.
Ah!
Oh, don't forget, we are also on Anchor.
Yes, and Spotify. The links are all on the website. So follow the Instagram and Twitter to get onto the site, basically. And then from that, find it, listen to it, subscribe to both the Spotify and Anchor, depending on where you listen to your podcasts. And in the YouTube comments, tell us, what's your favourite chocolate? What do you do at Easter? And what are your thoughts on milk chocolate being not chocolate?
You mean white chocolate?
Chocolate.
Yes. Yes, I do mean that. Thank you very much.
Got rid of it.
You see, if you just let me say it confidently, no one would know.
And why is Bounty the best chocolate?
No.
I'm joking,
No.
I'm kidding. Oh my gosh.
Why should Bounty be cancelled? #cancel Bounty 2021.
Leave it
Get
alone,
it trending.
man.
Get it trending.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Ugh, coconut.
So I think we should leave it there. So from all of us Bounty lovers, I think
No!
bye. So I think Amber is out. So the podcast is out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.